Morning, Professor. This is our presentation about the simulation. Because our members are located in the different cities, we can't record offline together. We will feel so sorry if the video quality is negative. Now I will talk about our objectives and the performance. Actually, our group did not have a clear goal at the beginning, such as the market share, stock price, and net income, because there was no basis for setting goals blindly. We have only one general goal, that is to ensure our company's leading position in the industry. Other specific indicators will be determined according to the market situation in the first year. As the picture shown in the PPT, we can see that our company was relatively dominant in the market. However, in terms of some indicators, some strong competitors surprise our star. For example, in terms of net income and stock price, our star company ranked only third at the beginning of the simulation. Through the simulation of the first year, we knew that we had a slight advantage in the market, but there were other strong competitors, such as Company E and Company B. After knowing the general situation of our company's operation, we set the goal of surpassing all competitors in each profit index. After 8 years simulation, we surpassed all the competitors. Because our company was in a relatively advantageous position in the market, in order to consolidate and expand our dominant position, our marketing strategy should also surprise competitors in the market. We describe our marketing strategy in terms of 4P. Our product is include all round, which was our major product, and all round plus and all right were our innovative products to make sure we can open the new market. And the price, our strategy about price is to exceed inflation and compare the competitors' fixing price in case of overpricing. The place is about channel sales. According to the consumer report, we found out chain drug stores and the grocery stores are the main channel about sales. So we spend a lot of money on these two channels. About the promotion, we spend a lot of budget on the allowance and the advertising to make sure that we surpass all the competitors.
So I'm going to talk about what data we have used and what analysis we have conducted throughout the whole simulation. So I'm going to talk about from 5 perspectives. First, pricing. We use inflation rate as basic factor to determine the price. So first, we need to retrieve industrial report in order to get forecast price. As the graph shows, it's 3%. And also we want to make sure our price has positive contribution. And remember in the year 7, after we introduced our new product, Alright, and we have conducted a product contribution report, we find out the Alright has negative price contribution. So you can see in this graph, we have increased this price more than other 2 products, which is 10% at that time. And second, trace-off report. We want to make sure our price perceived and effect perceived are well balanced, which means we want to make sure our price are staying on this trend line. Third, sales report. In the beginning 4 years, our main focus was to boost the market share and also boost the product sales. So we give the more discounts on wholesale and also 2,500 units. In later 4 years, we found out there's a slow in net income and slow in profit. So we want to discount more on 250. And also we found there's a huge gap between 250 and 2,500. So we believe there are some customers are only looking for 300 units to 1,000 units. So we want to transfer those group of customer back to 250 units. So we give more discount on 250. First, that's a pricing report. We didn't look at this price report really much. We just want to make sure our price is relatively reasonable. The second is sales force. So first we look at the sales force report. So in the first 4 years, our strategy is at least we need to beat 10% of our competitors, as the graph showing that there are rapidly growth in the sales force. And second, after 4 years, there's an issue called overcapacity, which causes a lot of fixed cost. And you can see in the graph, we really shrinking down and slowly grows. So how we solve the overcapacity issue, we need to do the what if analysis. In this case, it happened for example, in year 6, as forecasted capacity is 200 million, and our current capacity is 160 million. So we calculate the increase in capacity, which is 25% for next year. However, our overcapacity rate is 15%. So we use 25 minus 15. We know it's 10% of unit sale we can increase for next year. So for as sales force perspective, we need to increase less than 10% since there's other factors that would affect the unit sales. For example, advertisement, promotion stuff. So in the end, we increase about 8% sales force. Second, we need to look at the channel sale report. They determine the most growth channel, which is in that case convenience store, and we give that channel the most discount. And second, advertisement, promotion, digital marketing, we group them together because we use the same strategy for those 3 areas. And we get the information from dashboard. We know how much budget increase for those 3 areas, and how much total budget of those 3 areas. Then we calculate the percentage increase of whole market and use the percentage as a budget increase for our own budget. And second, we compare all the competitors' budget spending on advertisement, promotion, and digital marketing. We achieve those 3 reports every year, and our goal is at least beat our main competitors, since our main logic is have high brand awareness and high price, which Sui will talk about later. There's another useful analysis we carry out in this simulation, which is called text market analysis. We did this analysis when we need to introduce new product or change formulation. In this analysis, we can determine the best combination and well understanding of this market. So we carry out 3 studies. So our logic is keep one constant same and increase another constant and see how it will impact the market share. Then we find out promotion is the main factor for impacting the market share. So the first is code-drive analysis. In this analysis, after evaluating the illness, we find out the easy way for our 3rd product, outright, to enter the market is at allergy formulation, as seen in this table. Is number 1. And also with relative low price, they could become top 1 preference. And also we change some factor for demographics, and we find out it will attract a lot of more attention for young, mature families with high price utility.
Or key successful factor in the summer simulation game. The factor 1, information-based decision making. We paid heavy attention on information We collected a lot of research information and survey, then deeply assessed each information to find useful data and tendency for decision making in the future. The drug reformulation would be a typical example. In year 2, we analyzed relevant information regarding customer survey and competitors' report, then decided to remove alcohol from the initial recipe. For this particular case, perhaps removing alcohol from the initial recipe wasn't the best choice. However, this case was a start point for us to actually build the idea of information-based decision-making. The factor 2, discovery insight correlation between decision and result. Before making real decision, we always had an internal prediction to guess what result will be. Then we compare our prediction to actual result to evaluate the correlation. During a few years of the game, we noticed that our profit wasn't increasing correspondingly with the sales increasing. So we tried to find the insight correlation by carefully measuring the change in profit over the change in our decisions. Then we discovered that our promotion policy was the main reason. Therefore, we amended discount rate and eventually see the profit increasing that we expected. During the whole simulation, we kept finding the correlation between decision and the result and apply this correlation logic to the next decision. The factor 3 is a consistent view of brand. Based on initial market position, All Star was defined as a market leader with a strong brand power and product competitiveness. Thus, all group members decided to remain and reinforce this trend as our common view of brand. And thanks for this common view, and even in some hard moments, we still had clear direction to make decision. In special case of simulation, we decided to spend a lot of money, which is about 3 million, on 3 most expensive recommendations from pharmaceutics, just because we believe that it can improve our product. Then we got really positive results. Besides, under the contingency situation of a poisoned drug incident, our first priority was always to solve the problem and to reduce the brand impact. We didn't consider too much about the cost. Such a consistent view of a brand played really important role on building a stronger brand power and awareness for longer term.
Of course, there are something we could do better. The first, we didn't well notice the correlations between decisions. During the decision making, the process for us is to check the decision in the list one by one after checking the directly related report. However, the correlations between them are ignored to some extent. For example, we didn't realize that we were suffering more overcapacity with low net income growth, so that we aimlessly kept increasing sales force and discount until we find the core issue is the shares allocation of different channels. Such an analysis should be based on the combination of the income, price, and sales report together. And second, we didn't do a good situation analysis, both for internal and external aspect. The perfect product series could build a system distributing a big picture of the marketing segments. Such products in the series could be internally complementary to each other and generate original competitive edge externally. However, when we consider the formulation of our current and new drug, we fail to make enough factors under consideration. For example, we ignored that the Oran is the only multi-liquid in cold curing segment containing alcohol, which could be an externally competitive advance since it could help people sleep. Besides, we launched the new drug Oran Plus, We made it as a child use cold liquid since we consider there only exists one competitor in the market. However, what we fail to realize is that we've already removed the alcohol from all round. So that all round has already become the medicine which young generations could use and brings internal competitions with all round plus instead of complementary functions.
The company now and future. At present, the company is the leader of the enterprise. However, the possibility of being surpassed by new pharmaceutical company is very high. The company will focus on ensuring drug safety and improving people's health. The company's future development strategy will focus on the following points. First, increase investment in research and development and innovation to enhance drug quality. Second, expand production capacity, improve product structure, enrich product lines, expand application scope, and increase product market share. Third, through the continuous construction of a marketing network, sales efforts, improve employees' ability and improve the brand image. We need to maintain the steady growth of sales channels and provide stable cash flow for the company. The company will focus on drug innovation in the future, hoping to form a unique competitive advantage. At the same time, it also supports the product line to ensure the company's market share. The company will develop drugs based on understanding the demography structure and living needs of people. The company will strive to develop into a pharmaceutical enterprise with strong R&D strengths, advanced production technology, strong sales team, and good reputation. In the future, it is possible to develop the company into a comprehensive pharmaceutical enterprise through acquisition and holding shares to realize the company's sustainable anticipation. Our problem is going to be with the expansion of business scale and the increase of product categories. The company is facing more significant challenge in development strategy, resource allocation, and capital management. Second, expanding the market and launching new drugs will lead to the company facing more competitors. It needs to find its advantage, develop its strengths, and avoid its weakness, and give full play to its sustainable ability. And lastly, with the rapid development of business, the talent management of business terminal and R&D talent management will also be a really significant challenge. And throughout the process of pharmacy simulation, here's some takeaways that we have. First, we know that pricing is always difficult. We need to consider inflation rate and competitors' pricing strategy. Also, there's a lot of uncertainties in the market, so it is hard to anticipate an outcome. And second, the distribution. With the diminishing returns, we need to find the equilibrium point for supply and demand in order to maximize our profit and revenue. Thirdly is the promotion. When deciding the promotion strategy, we need to first diagnose the brand situation and decide the types of promotion that we want to put on our product. With promotion, there's also diminishing returns, so it is important for us to find the perfect promotion combo in order to maximize revenue. Throughout the process, we are unable to stick to our initial strategy as the market is uncertain. And we need to manage different inputs simultaneously and their dynamics. There's an info overload, so we need to constantly changing our strategy in order to keep up with the market and to maximize our revenue and profit. So I think the most important things here is that we need to have a final goal, and in order to reach the final goals, we need to work together as close as possible and do not distracted by other elements.